assist me. Baby, be careful, don't go flying towards the light. Out to the flame, you say my name, and who could blame you? Who could save you when you hit the ground? Who could blame you? What could they do? Can't put me out, 'cause I'm about to catch fire. Hold the match and light the fuse. Baby, I'm a live wire. Crash and burn, I'm coming for you. I'm about to catch fire. Hold the match and light the fuse. Baby, I'm a live wire. Crash and burn, I'm coming for you. 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 Who could blame you? Who could save you? I'm coming for you. Who could blame you? What could they do? I'm coming for you. Come on in, you know the water is fine. I can teach you, I can show you a good time. Do you think you can handle this? Do you think you're the man for this? You could look at me, I'll let you touch. No mistaking, I'm not trying for lows. Do you think you can handle this? Back and forth, you want more. Who could blame you? What could they do? Can't put me out, 'cause I'm about to catch fire. Hold the match and light the fuse. Baby, I'm a live wire. Legendary and awesome sauce is what I claim to be. Make sure to tune in and show all that epic support to one another. Oh yeah, this girl is an epic game girl who leads her life in some awesome sauce. Come join in on our journey as we rock this world. Come in, let's enjoy the Waffles streamer show.
Call me a dork. That was cute. Oh my gosh. That was hysterical. That was funny. I don't care what anybody else says. That was hysterical. Huzzah and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the A Waffle Dreamer channel. I'm Waffles, and I hope everyone is having an awesome sauce day. So, you guys are probably wondering, what the heck is Waffles doing with Superman like that? What's that all got to do with anything? Well, I'll tell you why. Yesterday was Superman Day. Yes, April 18th, worldwide, it was Superman Day. And a lot of people were celebrating it with watching Superman, the many different movies that they have, the animated shows. I was busy watching My Adventures with Superman, the new animated series that has Jack Quaid as Superman. He is doing a fantastic job as Superman. I'm very, very happy for it. I love the whole dynamic of it, the whole graphics to it, very anime type feel to it and stuff. I love that. So we're doing all of that and stuff. I actually read a couple of comics and stuff, but I could not stream yesterday. I was having some technical difficulties, which I was very sad about. But then I got busy with church things because this week is Holy Week, and for some that is a very busy week, having to help out with people a lot of different church activities that's going on. So I was very busy with that yesterday. So I couldn't exactly do the whole little spiel that I had going on here and stuff, but I had to do something to kind of like showcase it for my love of my biggest superhero, Superman. Gosh, when I was little, I was actually talking to someone about this and stuff, and they were like, what really cemented your love of like Superman? What got you going with it and everything? I don't really remember like when it was. I knew I grew up with it. I grew up watching the Christopher Reeve movies and such, because that was the era that when they came out, my mom was young and stuff. She had a couple of kids. She had the 2 kids and stuff, and it came out, and she was like, "Oh, this is so cool! That we've never seen anything like this before." And so she was a big Superman fan. But when I came along, she had me watch it, and I thought it was good. It was really good. But I didn't get like immersive with Superman. I wasn't like going out and buying all the comic books, having the S on the shirts and everything and such. I was like, okay, cool. It's another superhero movie. That's cool. Let's just go on with life. I think it was when I was in just ending middle school, starting high school, Smallville came out. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It was on the CW channel. It was on a couple of different channels throughout the years and stuff, but it was like 10 seasons of Smallville, of Clark Kent growing up. It was his teenage years. So he was in high school. And so the first 4 seasons was him in high school, and then the rest of it was what did he do after high school? How did Superman become Superman kind of deal? And I don't remember who it was. It might have been my mom that mentioned it. Like, she saw it on the channel one time when I came home from school. But I watched like the first episode. I loved it because John Schneider was in it, and I grew up watching The Dukes of Hazzard. And say what you want. Nowadays, you can say what you want about it and stuff, but back then, Dukes of Hazzard was a very big deal, and it was in my life. And so I was like, Bo Duke? Heck yeah, I'm gonna watch Bo Duke. And I've always loved Annette O'Toole. I've seen her in many different things and stuff, so I've always loved her. So I was like, okay, I'll kind of stick it out with, because those two were in there. I never heard of Tom Welling before, never heard of Michael Rosenbaum, I've seen John Glover in a couple of other things and stuff, but it's not really what kind of cemented me into it. But it was a big plus, because he's a really, really good actor. But I think when I was in school, it was the transition between like middle school to high school. That's where a lot of the kids were starting to like, they're getting their hormones really racked up and everything, and everybody was starting to change their personalities. They were trying to find themselves and everything. I was still kind of sticking with being a kid. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're in high school, but we don't need to be like what it is on TV, like 90123, something like that, Beverly Hills thing or something. I never even seen the show. The One Tree Hill, the Varsity Blues and stuff. They were all, and I'm like, we don't need to be that. We can be our own people. We can be our own persons and such. And, we're in this life once. Let's live it up, YOLO type deal, before YOLO became a thing. And I was getting picked on because of that and stuff. And the kids that I was friends with in middle school, a lot of it was too because our classes, we had like different classes and everything and such. So like while I was in English, someone was in math. So we hardly even saw each other. And because of that, we drifted apart. And because of that, I tried to stick with, it's just staying in the past, to them it's in the past. I was just trying to, be friends with people and have a great time and be a kid and everything. And I got kind of ridiculed and stuff. It wasn't full on bully, not like the bullying that's going on today and such, but it was close to being bullied and stuff. But it was mostly, they were just leaving me alone. They weren't talking with me. I was feeling really bad about myself and stuff. And I think I was sick one week, and I had like the flu or something like that. And so I was in the living room watching Star Trek, and because they had a marathon on. Well, the marathon was over, and I had to figure out what to do for like the rest of the afternoon and such. And that's when Smallville came on. And so I was like, all right, you know what? I'll give it a try. I watched Smallville that entire week, fell in love with it. to the point where I was starting to ask, can I get comic books of Superman? Can I get t-shirts of Superman? Can I get the S painted or stitched onto my backpack? And of course, because back then being nerdy was, this is like the early 2000s, like the very first 2000s, 2001 and such. And everybody was just like, nerds is not a cool thing. You're such a dork. That's not a cool thing. Being a geek is not a cool thing. And so, of course, those people were getting bullied. So I was getting bullied for that, but it didn't matter. It was the strangest thing when people were leaving me alone and stuff, and they were just like, you're acting like a kid. You need to learn to grow up. And I'm like, grow up? How the what the heck are you talking about? Grow up? We're still kids. We could still act like kids. And so that hurt and stuff. But when being called a geek, being called a nerd, being called a dork, that didn't hurt at all. And it was surprising to see how much I was able to grow from them leaving me alone, telling me that I need to grow up and stuff. I was able to overcome all of that by being a nerd, by being a geek, and I stuck with Smallville all the way to the very last episode of season 10. I stuck with that show. I graduated from high school and everything, was moving on. I was working, I was getting a job and everything. And I was just like, I was still sticking with Smallville. I was staying with the times. I was like, okay, when is this coming out? When is that coming out? And stuff. And the whole basis of that show really helped out a lot, because here's a kid who essentially, if he was here, everybody would be calling him a freak, because he's missing a lot of classes, he's not doing this, he's there, and then all of a sudden he's there, what's going on, and such. It's just weird and all that kind of stuff. He still didn't let him boggle him down. He knew he was different, he knew he was special, that he was still able to pursue. He was still able to get the job done. He was still able to be there for his friends as best as he can and stuff. He had loving parents. I have loving parents and such, that helped me out and everything. Anything that I was having trouble with in my mind, my my soul or something like that, we could sit down, we could talk. Usually for us, it was, if we had cheesecake in the house, we would have it in the kitchen and we would eat the cheesecake while playing gin rummy. That's how we talked. That's how we had our talks. And if it was anything more severe where it took all three of us, my mom, my dad, and I and stuff, we would be in the living room and we would just hash it all out and stuff. And that was like sort of like the same thing that was going on in Smallville and stuff. So I saw a lot of similarities within all of that and such. But it was a lot of, he had way more stuff going on as a teenager than I did and stuff. But he still fought for the right. He's the might for right. He still fought for the good. He knew what was good versus evil. He knew what was right or wrong. He knew his moral compass and such, and he was able to fight that every single day in school, in work, in neighbors, in family, and friends, and in relationships and stuff. And it was just more of an eye-opening of the whole symbol for the S, the whole hope that Superman brings to people and stuff, and why Jerry and Jerry Spiegel wrote that, the time frame that he did. They needed to believe in something like that. I believe it was during World War II, and they needed to believe in something like that. And if I got that war wrong, I'm sorry. I don't think it was the Great War. I don't think it was World War I. I think it was World War II. But they needed to believe in something like that can be able to be stronger than 10 men, be able to leap tall buildings to save anybody that, that is out there and such. And it just gave people hope. If they're like, if he can do it, so can I. And so many people are like, but he's a fictional character and such. A lot of things that we do, look at what you're doing. A lot of people that is in space, that's an astronaut. Actually, one of the women, I always forget her name and stuff, but she was one of the first African Americans that went up into space as an astronaut and stuff. She said that she got her gumption from Star Trek. It was the Whoopi Goldberg character in the Next Generation and stuff. She got her gumption to it was her, but it was also Uhura in the first, it was Michelle Nichols in the first, the original series and stuff. She's like, if she can be up there doing communications, I can be up there too. And so, also, Suits, the TV show Suits and stuff, that brought a lot of people to be lawyers. A lot of people that are lawyers today and stuff got the idea from the TV show Suits. So don't tell me that you can't get anything from a fictional character to inspire you on. A lot of people today, they're inspired by something what they watched on TV. That is our generation and the one before us and stuff. After the boomers, I guess you could say, all of that is entertainment and such. And so what their idea of what things should be doing, how their house should be like, they get it from an inspiration from something that they saw on TV. So it's not a far-fetched to say that for me to be able to pursue what I love, to know what is right from wrong, to be able to inspire others, to bring hope and stuff, I get that from Superman and stuff. And the show that really got that started was Smallville. So kudos to that show. Kudos to Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum for bringing such an amazing dynamic to Superman and to Lex Luthor and such. If you haven't had a chance, definitely go on to their podcast. I'll put it in the description below when I get done with this, so you guys can take a look. But it's a really neat podcast. They talk about each episode of what they did and stuff. They talk a little bit about it, and then they answer people's questions, and then they bring about what they remembered from that episode. Really, really great podcast and stuff. But from then in high school, all throughout high school. Anybody asked me what I wanted for birthday, I wanted a Superman this, Superman that. I wanted the comics, the shirts, the book bags, and everything. And then with that, it actually branched out to the Justice League. And I got to watch Batman, The Flash, Green Lantern, all of them. And then that's what got me into Marvel, which I started watching Captain America a lot more. And then down the line, I started actually getting more into Spider-Man, which is kind of cool and such. And then it just kind of branched out to a lot of them. But I'm still DC. My heart still belongs to DC and everything. And so I actually own, I think I own almost all the Superman movies. I'm working on trying to own all the TV shows. That's a feat, because you got the classic one, the animated one, the Smallville, and then the Lois and Clark adventures with Dean Cain. And I know a lot of people kind of put a lot of pressure on that. I thought Dean Cain did an amazing job as Superman. I really liked him as Superman. But then I also own the Superman Returns with Brandon Roth. He did an amazing job depicting Clark Kent and Superman. It was just the writing. If they had a better writer, I mean, Kevin Spacey as Luthor, genius. Okay, I was always a Gene Hackman and Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. Kevin Spacey was a genius as Lex Luthor. It was brilliant. So, you can take anything with a grain of salt and such. You can choose which Superman was your favorite and everything, like how we're fighting over who's the best Batman or whatever. I think they all did an amazing job depicting who they were told to depict. It's still a fictional character. It's not real. It's not based on real life or anything like that and stuff. So they can put in whoever they want. They can showcase how they are and everything. And we just kind of go with it. But beside Christopher Reeve, because to me, the top-notch Superman will always be Christopher Reeve. He brought that smile. He brought the whole hope and everything into those movies. He knew how to be, I'm Clark Kent and everything, and I'm going to do what I can to, I'm Superman. He had it, okay? But for the now generation, that trophy goes to Henry Cavill. It truly, truly does, because reading a lot of the different articles and such, and the different behind the scenes and everything and stuff of people who worked with him on Man of Steel and Justice League and everything, he was the type of guy who, he just read the comic of Superman, of a scene that they're about to do and stuff, because they kind of depicted a few things from the comic books, and he's like, I just read the comic book in my trailer and we're coming out here. That's not what happened on page 3. He did that with Geralt on The Witcher and stuff. He literally had the books of The Witcher in his hand as he's telling the director and the writers, that didn't happen. Geralt would never do that, And it's like, yeah, it kind of angered some people and stuff. But to me, for someone who's like was a librarian and they're like, okay, his eyes aren't green, that kind of person, I really respected that out of Henry Cavill to make sure that it was all correct, right, right down to the nitty gritty of who this person is. He had that down pat. He knew who Superman was. He knew who Clark Kent was. He knew that they were separate, but also the same. He knew how to portray that. And you can say what you want and stuff. Everybody has their own opinion. It's totally fine. I could be wrong. You could probably, say, oh, Waffles, you're wrong in this. That's totally fine. It's one person's opinion, And so in my personal opinion, I thought Henry Cavill did an amazing, amazing job. So when I heard that Zack Snyder was no longer part of the DC universe, which I thought was very, very sad because he's an amazing director, and they went with James Gunn, nothing against James Gunn. I'm making that very, very clear right now. Nothing against James Gunn. He brought Guardians of the Galaxy to light. Thought he did an amazing job with Marvel. He's a Marvel guy, okay? When I think of directors and stuff, they have their set type of movies. If you want a big masterpiece that's filled with an enormous amount of space, water, whatever, and just, the main character is not the actors or actresses. The main character is either space or the main character is the water. If you want a movie like that, James Cameron is your guy, okay? But I can't see The Princess Bride being directed by James Cameron. I can't. It doesn't fit. He'd be a great director. I think he would stick with the originals and everything and stuff, but there's nothing outrageously big. There's not one single non-human character that would be portrayed in The Princess Bride that James Cameron can latch onto and say, this is what it is. This is the masterpiece. There's nothing in The Princess Bride for him to do that, So, and it'd be like having, what else can I think? Steven Spielberg. It'd be like having Steven Spielberg do a Hallmark movie. A Hallmark movie where a city girl goes back home, finds the love of her life that owns a ranch and has a big red truck with a Christmas tree in the back with a dog. And you want Steven Spielberg to direct that. He'd do a great job. I think it would go great. But is that really the best use of his talents? To me, that's sort of what's kind of going on with James Gunn. He is Marvel. Stay with Marvel, okay? This is DC. Marvel and DC, a lot of people and stuff, people that are like not geekish, not nerdish like us, they're like, who cares? It's a superhero movie. Marvel and DC, they're the same. No. Just putting it out there. No, it's not. It's really not. They are not the same. They have different types of dynamics. They have different types of time frames, to be honest. And their superheroes are they can bring some laughter, they can bring some fun, they can bring, their different dynamics, the bad, sad story, and stuff, which made them to be who they are today, bad serum to made them who they are today and stuff, they have all of that. But the dynamic that each one has is completely different. It's really hard to say in words just for myself and stuff. And that's some of the things that my friends and I are going to try to do for a new podcast for the Waffle Dreamer channel. We're going to try and delve into some of these things to talk about and such, because we do that. We do that amongst ourselves. We could be playing a board game of zombies and we could be arguing about the whole status between the original series versus the next generation. It's all Star Trek. It's all, in the same type of world. It's worlds. It's in space. It's in a spaceship. It should be the same thing. No, you have different dynamics. You have different characters. You have different feelings of coming out. You have different languages coming out. And I'm not talking languages like, Espanol or speak the Deutsch. No. I'm talking about the language like New York is the best thing to bring into that, because in New York, you've got the folks that live in West Brooklyn. You got people that live in Bronx, Flushings, Harlem. You got people that live in Staten Island, and you put all of them in one room. Each one has a different accent. And within that accent, they have history behind that accent. There's a reason why they say this certain word. There's a reason why they say this sentence meaning this. That back in the day and stuff, when they say, he's sleeping with the fishes, there's meaning behind there. That meant Luca Brasi, the man who was behind the Godfather, the Don Corleone, was trying to help him, was trying to save him and stuff. And Don Corleone, and even though everybody didn't like him because he was odd, he was weird and stuff, he wasn't all there for Luca Brasi and stuff. And Don Corleone was there, and he's like, I see your strength. I see your merit. You're with me and my family. I will honor you. I will protect you. And to have that knowledge that they got to Luca Brasi, he's dead. And so when you say those words, he's sleeping with the fishes and stuff, it's not, just, a funny thing or whatever stuff. No, that's a very serious thing. Something just happened here. The whole dynamic of that movie, The Godfather and the book, it completely shifted and changed when Luca Brasi was dead. Okay, it wasn't when the horse was in the bed. It wasn't even when Sonny Corleone got shot down, in the public area and stuff. It was when Luca Brasi was sleeping with the fishes. To me, that was the turn point for the movie and for the book and everything and stuff. And so, so that's the type of language that I'm talking about. Marvel has a certain type of language that they use, and DC has a certain type of language that they use. They are completely different. They're superhero movies, yes, but they have a very different language to superheroes. You following so far? I know. To folks that, don't pick up comic books and stuff, and they're just like, I just watched the movie. Awesome sauce. That's so great. It's wonderful to have you involved, with that and stuff. You go at it. You go watch the movies. That's great, But for the folks that are like, I have every single comic book from the very beginning. I have them all, chronologically in order and everything. I have the booklets of behind the scenes of them. I have the encyclopedias of those. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And you can also say, for those that are like, okay, you're kind of going a little overboard, Waffles. Bring it back a little bit and stuff. Okay. How did everybody feel when Aaron Rodgers went from the Packers to the Vikings? How'd you feel? Wasn't it great? We didn't have any controversy over that at all, didn't we? I just heard someone's jaw just clench. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And for a Cubby fan and stuff, it broke my heart when Rizzo and Bryant left and they went on to somebody else and stuff. It broke my heart. Those guys are Cubbies guys. Those guys live and breathe Chicago. They have Chicago in their blood. Okay? They are supposed to stay with the Cubbies. They got moved. They got drafted to other people and stuff. I think one of them is even a Yim. I'll do that again. I think one of them is a Ying. I think one of them is a Yankee. Oh, is part of the New York Yankees. Ugh. Can't even believe I said those words. But it's the same feeling. It's the same feeling. And you can argue, well, yeah, but it's an actual person. It's reality and stuff. To us, this is reality too. You can depict Superman. You could depict Batman, Iron Man and stuff to anybody in your life and stuff. And then it becomes real for you. You know, that's what it means to us. Okay. And so to have those kind of days like yesterday, which was Superman Day, and, you know, we have a Batman Day, a Flash Day, all of those days and stuff, that really means something special for those that really didn't have, you know, for some of them and stuff, if they didn't have like a good role model growing up, this is a big thing for them. And for me, I had multiple role models and stuff. I had my parents, I had my brother, I had my birth dad and stuff. I had a lot of people there and stuff to help me out to do all that. So to say, you know, well, Waffles is only here and stuff because she didn't have all of that growing up. I did. I really did have all of that. But there was just something else to have more hope. Something to hold on to when everything else on the news, everything in the world and stuff is just, you know, going down. I can go to Superman. I can clean the house while listening to Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman, or the new one, Superman and Lois with Tyler Hoechlin, who's an amazing Superman. But you know, I can go to those and I can feel that hope growing. You know, it's an amazing feeling and such. And for those that want to bog that down, shame on you. Shame on you. Because what are you using to find hope? What are you using to get yourself to the next day? You really want us to bog you down with that? No, you don't. No, you don't. Well, it is a chilly day today. It's about 48 degrees, actually. But that wind chill is crazy. So my lips are completely chapped. So I apologize. I have to use my chapstick here. But that's one of the reasons why we hold on to these characters so much, and why when we hear that there's a new movie coming out and stuff, that we're hoping that they will do a due diligence of, you know, how well that they're going to depict our heroes, our friends, our hope, you know. And in July, James Gunn has a Superman movie coming out. I will be watching it. Hopefully I can go with my friends, because that'll be a blast, so we can talk about it afterwards and everything. But I am gonna go watch it, and I'm gonna have an open mind. I did that with Man of Steel. I was very excited at the very beginning that Henry Cavill was going to be Superman, but then I was like, I'm not quite so sure how I'm gonna feel about this. But I had an open, because of Superman Returns, because of how the writing was. The acting was amazing. There was nothing wrong with the acting at all. It was mainly the writing, the style, you know, the flow of the movie. It made no sense. It made no sense. It was almost as bad as Superman 3, I'm just gonna say. So I was very nervous of how they were gonna do Man of Steel, and I thought they did a really great job with Man of Steel. So I will have an open mind for the new movie, the Superman. I think it, and they're saying and stuff is like, look up. Okay. All right. That's kind of cool. They do have his colors a lot more softer than, Man of Steel and, Batman and Superman and Justice League and such. They do have his colors a lot more softer, so that's nice. They are going for like the All-American Superman comic book and stuff, and I think that's great, because I really hate seeing Superman in the black colors right now. I mean, that's the whole Injustice, that's the whole New 52. That's not the original. That's not the love that we have of Superman. That's not the hope that we're looking for, especially in times of these that we have right now. And so it should be kind of exciting to see on how they're going to pull that off and such. If you have not seen the trailer, hold on one sec. Let me see if I can pull up the trailer for you. All right. So this is the James Gunn version of, whoa. Now my OBS is acting up. Okay. So this is what James Gunn has decided how he's going to do Superman. do like the curliness of his hair. See how light his yellow is on that? And it's not just the muscly Superman. I never quite got that. It didn't need to be that. At least the farmhouse was a little bit bigger. This is the cool part, though. This is the cool part. Not a lot of them have this. Not a lot of the TV shows, movies, and stuff. They don't usually have this.
Crypto.
They don't have crypto.
Home. Take me home.
I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't.
Superman.
This is freaking cool, though. This is freaking cool. They're bringing so many of them in right off the bat. That is cool. And Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. That's... Yep. One thing I do have to say about it, though, I am super duper excited that Nathan Fillion is going to be Green Lantern. Because that, to me, is amazing. Nathan Fillion is the embodiment of DC. He was in the DC Unlimited divisions, Unlimited Justice. He was the cowboy. I always forget his name. But he voiced him. He's been in a lot of animated shows for DC and everything, and he always depicts Green Lantern. And one of them was Guy Gardner. And so to have him in this movie, and people are already hating on his costume. Stop. You don't, if you're complaining about his costume, you have no idea who Guy Gardner is then. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. You have no idea who Guy Gardner is, because that is him. No one liked it in the comic books. The characters, the other characters, Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, all of them always made fun of Guy Gardner by how he dressed, how he looked, how his hair was and stuff. And Guy Gardner did not frickin' care. That was him. That was his style. That was his time frame of how he was supposed to dress. That is him. And so when people are complaining about that, it's like, okay, then you have no idea who Guy Gardner is, because that's him. That is him to a T. So that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of looking forward to this, because of how trueness some of the costumes are for them. And it's like, we've kind of missed that in some of the movies and so even some of the TV shows. The only ones that has it right is the animated series, but that's because they're getting it straight from the comic book to on the screen. And so that I'm very excited for and stuff. And it's actually the same thing for we're going to jump to Marvel real quick, of the Fantastic Four for The Thing. That's how he looks in the comics. Every single comic that is out there, that is what he looks like. The Fantastic Four, all the originals from the very first beginning of the movies, and even the newer one that came out, which bombed hugely, rightly so. I'm so sorry, but it bombed so horribly. That is not how the Thing was. That's not how he looked. How the Thing looks right now in the trailers, that is exactly how he was drawn in the comic books. That is original. That is originality. And for the folks that was watching it before and they're like, oh, that's not original, that's not how it was supposed to be, then they give you the original and they're like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting, oh my gosh, that's so wrong. Then don't watch. don't watch. Watch something else. Watch a Hallmark movie. Watch something else. Watch Desperate Housewives. I don't care. They're depicting them as they are in the actual comics. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's wonderful. I think finally someone is finally doing this and stuff. And y'all are depicting this? I go by story. I go by the story. Come on. If it's close to the storyline, if it's close to how the characters are in those, stick with it. Stay with it. Let's go from there. Okay? Oh, man. I can go hours into tangent like this. Me and my friends do this all the time. It's crazy. It's awesome. It's great. We have such a great time with it. And the best part is, we don't even agree. Me and my best friends, we do not agree on how Superman is, how Batman is, how the Ninja Turtles are, which Star Trek is the best, which Star Trek captain is the best. You know, we do not agree, and that makes it even better and greater for our discussions, because we can produce our favorite thing about that character, but we honor it, and we go, hey, that's a really good idea. That's perfect for that character. It's still not my favorite, but you did a good job depicting them like that. That's perfect. Excuse me. And so that's how we do that. So, oh man, I gotta stop. I gotta stop with that, or I will be here for 5 hours talking about all of this to one viewer. You know, so let's change subjects here real quick and stuff before I go down another rabbit hole about the whole thing. But I am actually now looking forward to Superman. It does look like they're getting close to originality of the All-American Superman comic. So it's going to be interesting. My only feeling is that it's James Gunn. Great guy, I guess. Great director for the Marvel series. It's just hard for me to see him in a DC universe. That's the only thing. That's my personal thing. You can comment, you can send me links about how things can be different, how people can move from one franchise to the other. I've seen it, I know it. It's just real hard for me to really capture that without actually seeing it. So be ready. In July, I will be having tons of stuff for you guys for Superman when the movie does come out. So be ready for that. But like I said, I got to change subjects because I will go into a 5-hour tangent on this, and I don't want to do that for you guys. That's a personal thing for me. I'll handle it myself. I did, however, wanted to bring up one thing. I mentioned this a couple days ago when I was on stream and on YouTube. I had someone direct message me about, you keep bringing about that this week is a very busy week for you as a secretary at a church, that the week of Holy Week is very busy for you. Could you explain a little bit about what Holy Week is? That they believe, they go to church and everything, but they're just not truly understanding why after all of these years, thousands of years, if you will, we're still doing this. We're still having Holy Week. Like, what is the deal? So I'm gonna go a little faith on you guys. As you guys know, I do believe in God. As you can see on here, I have faith and hope and everything. I don't have a denomination. I'm going to bring that out right off the bat. Okay, so if anybody has any questions about, how I'm depicting Holy Week and stuff, each denomination does do it a little different. They kind of tweak it just a little bit to fit their denomination. So I want to bring it out right off the bat that before anybody starts arguing with me, I do not have a denomination. I work at a Methodist church, but I'm not Methodist. I'm not Lutheran, Catholic, Protestant, Baptist, Buddhist, and any of that. I don't have a name for it. I have my faith. And so what's the difference on that, Waffles? Denomination, to me, one woman's opinion, denomination is depicted by a man, by a person. Like the Luthers, that's Martin Luther. Wesley's, that's John Wesley. Wesley's and Methodists kind of share that. It's John Wesley. The Catholics, that's with all the saints, the Pope, and all that kind of stuff. I don't even know who the Baptists is from, but there's at least certain guys back in the day that took the faith, took the Bible, and said, okay, we're going to give you the Bible, but we're also going to put laws to it. Women can't wear this. Men can only do this. They cannot, like, for a lot of times for Catholics, beforehand, I think you can do this now, but back in the day with Catholics, you could not divorce. The woman could not divorce from the man. The man would have to get like an alimony or something, or not alimony, something through the church itself to be able to do that. You could not marry outside of your church. There's just so many laws that man put in there, and that's what made your denomination. That's man law. I go by God's law. I go by the 10 Commandments. I go by what he wants us to go through. And so that's why I just have my faith. I go by what the Bible says. Now a lot of people are saying, like, okay, so you go by the laws, you go by the commandments. So you go by the 603 laws that the Jews had to do in the Old Testament. No. Reason being is because that was the Old Testament. All of those laws was depicted because of that time frame. Everything is crucial to time. Okay? So in the time of Moses, there was the law of Moses. There was the 603 laws that the Jews and the Hebrews had to live by, had to do, and everything. They had to do, like how to wash your feet, how to wash your hands, how to wash your hair, how to do this, how to do that, how to talk to people and stuff. They had all that because of how wayward they were before Moses got there. I mean, we're talking about the whole reason why Noah had to build the ark. The whole reason why Sodom and Gomorrah got blasted by that huge ball of fire. The whole reason why Jonah got swallowed up by that whale, because he had to go preach to this town that was the most sinful town there was. And Jonah had to go out there and try to tell them, you guys are sinning. Knock it off. So a lot of people that said, well, I believe there's a God. I believe, that there was a garden, but I'm going to go do this right now. There was really no full structure of what the people had to do. So Moses got in there and he said, these are the laws that God has said. We need to follow these to the letter. And that's what they had for so long and such. Now comes in Jesus, the Son of God, and he says, the 10 Commandments is the way to go, but I am the way, the truth, and the life to get to heaven. I will open the gates of hell. I will open the gates of heaven, and this is how you will be redeemed. This is how you'll be able to get to heaven through me to God. And a lot of the sacrificial ways that they had in the Old Testament was depleted, was gone when Jesus was hung on the cross. He was the sacrificial lamb. When you're talking about a lot of the laws and stuff that they had, many of them was how to do sacrifices for God. That's how you proved yourself to him, was a sacrifice. And a lot of times it was lambs. So that's why they use that term. He was the sacrificial lamb. He was the main lamb. He was the lamb of all lambs to be on that cross, to die for your sins, to be sacrificed to God. And after that, you didn't have to sacrifice anything. You didn't have to sacrifice lambs. You didn't have to sacrifice land. You didn't have to sacrifice kids. None of that. It was done. It was gone, because Jesus did that for us. Okay? And so that's what I believe. That's my faith. And so I don't depict any other laws, any other, I have to wear this certain hat. I have to wear this certain pants. None of that is in effect as of today, because Jesus died on the cross. All of those is nitpicking, is just man trying to put pressure and control over their flock. That is not what it says in the New Testament. That is not what it says after Jesus rose from the grave and said, "Hiya, this is the new law. This is the new ruling. This is how we must live." None of those things within each of those doctrines, Methodist, Baptist, Lutheran, Catholic, Protestant, Mormon, Mennonite, all of that, that's all now depicted from man. Okay? So for me personally, that's what I see. That's what I've seen over the years growing up. And so I don't abide by that. For me personally, I abide by what the Bible says. And I abide by what God says and what Jesus says on that front. And so that's what I base myself on to. If you want to stay with your doctrine, you believe that that is the best way to go for it. Go for it. If it's not harming another human being and it's not harming your family and it's not harming you personally, go for it. That's what you want. That's how you want to believe. Go for it. Okay, you want to be Baptist, you want to be, Lutheran, Catholic, go for it. That's what you want. That's how you're going to do it. Good. So for me personally, that's where I'm at. I'm saying this so that it's basically stopping you from trying to backlash against me of saying, you have it wrong, you have it this wrong, you have this wrong. We all really don't honestly, truthfully can say one way is better than the other. Can you honestly sit there and tell me that the Baptist has it better than the Lutherans? What? No, because we're all going off the same book, Bible. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there right away so people can be like, I'm getting ready to bash her. No, this is one person's opinion and it's mine. It's between me and God. God is the last judge. He is the only judge, to be honest. He is the only judge of how we are going to depict all of that. And if I go up there and he says, hey, you didn't go to Lutheran, what is wrong with you? Then I'll know, but right now, I don't have to, there's no, there are no twisting arms or anything like that of having to say you have to be Catholic by the end of the day. No. I am not doing that. I would never do that and such. And for me personally, I never tried to throw Christianity at people. I never tried to do that and stuff. And if you feel like you're feeling that, let me know personally, direct message, or flip a channel. You have that power to be able to do that and such. And so, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to share a little bit about what Holy Week means to some folks. And, but I wanted to put that in the very beginning of, I'm not going by doctrine. I'm not going by what man has depicted and stuff. I'm going by what the Bible has stated. And I will even put down, I'll even say like where in the Bible I'm getting it from. So then if you're like, well, I don't think that's right, Waffles is wrong, here it is in the Bible. Okay. So, so for many of them, yesterday was Good Friday. That's why I didn't do a stream for Superman Day. It was because I was busy helping things out for Good Friday service. But let's go back to the very beginning of Holy Week. Now, for some people, they're doing Lenten, which is where they can fast and everything and stuff. That kind of leads up to Holy Week, where Palm Sunday, which was this last Sunday, which I believe was the 13th. It was the 13th of that. And so that's what it started on there. So basically it's just day one. Many other doctrines and stuff, especially Catholics, they do the whole Lenten thing from Ash Wednesday, which was last month, I think. No, it was the beginning of this month. Anyways, so then they did have like the 40 days and 40 nights of fasting before they get into this Holy Week. But for some, we only celebrate this week here. So the very first day is Palm Sunday. It is one of the first day of the Holy Week where Jesus entered Jerusalem. Now, for 30 years of Jesus's life, he has been preparing for this week. Truly, it was this week. He started preaching at 33. I think it was 33 when he got started and stuff. And he was preparing himself for 30 years for a 3.5-year sermon, if you will. And a lot of the things that he was doing was preparing him for this week. And so one of the biggest things that he had to do was get into Jerusalem, because Jerusalem was the heart of Israel, but it was also the heart of the Pharisees, who was telling man, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, all 603 laws of Moses, and that is it. You cannot go anywhere else. You will be demolished. You will be thrown out. God will hate you. You will go to hell. Let me send you on your way. That's sort of what was going on, and God did not want that. So he sent Jesus here, and so this is what all happened. So Jesus entered Jerusalem on a donkey, while crowds welcomed him by waving branches and shouting, "Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest." By saying this, the crowds are calling Jesus the Son of God. Now, Jesus rides on a donkey, fulfilling a Jewish prophecy. This dramatic entry and growing crowds heighten the existing tensions between Jesus and the Jewish leaders, which are the Pharisees. Now, where you can find Palm Sunday is in Matthew 21, chapter 21, verses 1 through 11, Mark chapter 11, verses 1 through 11, Luke chapter 19, 28 through 44, and John chapter 12, verses 12 through 19. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were the disciples that followed Jesus in those days. And the reason why that there's that many books from that many disciples is because they had a different viewpoint of what Jesus was doing. It all boils down to one thing: Jesus rode on a donkey into Jerusalem. But Matthew was on one side of the crowd, where Luke was on the other side of the crowd. And Matthew saw what these people were acting and talking about, where Luke was on this side listening to those people. So the reasons why we have at the very beginning of the New Testament, why those main books and stuff was from the disciples, and why they're saying the exact same story. Why are we listening to the exact same story? Listen carefully on how they depict that story, though, because they're getting from a different viewpoint. Matthew has a different mind than Luke did. Luke has a different mind than Mark did. And so, not Mark. I think it was Paul that did that one. But anyways, John and stuff, so Luke had a different mind than John did. So how they were interpreting things and stuff, but it all boiled down to the same thing that happened. Everything happened exactly the same, but how those what was the feelings behind there is different. That's why we have those different stories and such. Then day 2, which is a Monday, Jesus clears the temple. So Jesus curses a fig tree for not bearing fruit. The curse may have been a metaphor for God's judgment on the spiritually dead religious leaders, also a warning for all believers against a life that looks religious on the outside but isn't genuine on the inside. Because that's where it matters. If you're just, I'm going life Monday through Friday, I'm going to sin, do this, and I don't really care. Sunday, Madres, Pitros, please forgive me. And that's it? That's all your faith? That's not what God wants. God wants you 24/7 and stuff. So Jesus goes on to visit the main temple in the city, which is Jerusalem, and finds the courts full of corrupt people. So now when he's talking about the courts, he's talking about the temples that was made to honor God. And they're selling goats in the temple of God. It's like going to church and you're selling a pig to a farmer inside the sanctuary. No. So Jesus flips tables and clears out the temple, saying, "The scripture declares, my temple will be a house of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves." That is from Luke chapter 19, verses 46. So everything that happened on Monday. So basically Jesus is telling the Pharisees, you are doing wrong. You are sinning. How dare you? Shame, shame, shame. And so all of this is from Matthew chapter 21, verses 12 through 22. Mark chapter 11, verses 15 through 19. Luke chapter 19, verses 45 through 48. And John chapter 2, verses 13 through 17. So then we go on to day 3. It's a Tuesday. Jesus goes to the Mount of Olives. The religious leaders feel increasingly threatened by the way that mass crowds are recognizing Jesus as a spiritual authority and even as the Son of God. Jesus leaves the city to a place called the Mount of Olives. He delivers a famous speech called the Olivet Discourse, a prophecy about the destruction of Jerusalem and the end of the age. That's a big thing. You're going to tell these Pharisees who has lived their entire lives on the word of the word of God, and saying, you're sinning and your city is going to be demolished. How would you feel? To be completely honest, how would you feel? Probably the same way the Pharisees were. But they could not see that this was the Son of God. There was a prophecy about it. They believed in the prophecy. But when the prophecy was staring them in the face and saying, you are sinning, they would not believe it. They said that this man is a false prophet. So Jesus speaks in parables, which are stories or metaphors that have hidden meanings. It is also believed that on Tuesday, Judas Iscariot, if you know your Bible and stuff, Judas was the one that betrayed Jesus. But he was also one of the disciples. Jesus was his teacher, his mentor. He saw the miracles happening. Judas Iscariot performed miracles. He healed the blind. He saved the sick. He still didn't believe. He negotiated with the Jewish leaders a price and a plan to betray Jesus. That part about Judas Iscariot can be found in Matthew chapter 26, verses 14 through 16. Now, all the things about the Mount of Olives with the parables, definitely look into the parables. Very interesting things. It's stories that can be like, oh, that could happen to me. I know exactly how that could happen. So those can be found in Matthew chapter 21, verses 23 through 24. Also, chapter 51. Mark chapter 11, verses 20 through 13. Luke chapter 20, verses 1 through 21. And John chapter 12, verses 20 to 38. Now for day 4, which is Holy Wednesday, to be completely honest, in the Bible, there's really no record of what Jesus did on Wednesday during this week. He kind of went from Mount of Olives and then went to Passover and Maundy, Thursday. So it's pretty much expected that they rested at the Mount of Olives while he's preaching, while he's doing his prophecy. They rested that night on Tuesday and then the whole day on Wednesday. But the tensions are reaching a boiling point with the Pharisees, with the religious leaders, and they want to avoid causing an uproar in the city during the festival of this time. But Jesus knows he'll be killed on Passover, taking his place as a sacrificial lamb and God's provided rescue for mankind. So there's really no scripture to find for this specific day, but it is part of the Holy Week and such. Now we go on to day 5, which is Maundy, Thursday, which we also call Passover. So as tensions mount between Jesus and the religious leaders, Jesus and his disciples prepare to share in the Passover meal, celebrating God bringing them out of Egypt. So Passover was already depicted. It wasn't just like, Passover wasn't a thing about, oh, Jesus is here, now we have Passover. No, Passover was part of their religion, was part of their day and such. And the reason for Passover, it was to celebrate God bringing them out of Egypt. So it's the whole story of Moses. If you ever want to read a little bit more about Moses and stuff, that's basically the whole book of Exodus. An amazing, amazing book, amazing storyline, amazing person who I actually did not realize this until I was young. I stutter a lot, as you'll kind of notice it sometimes, especially when I get excited about something or nervous about something, I can stutter. But when I was a child, I stuttered horribly, just horribly. And I felt really bad about that and stuff. And so my mom and my dad was trying to help me out with, like, there's so many people out there that do stutter that have gone to great things. So can you. And one of those people was Moses. Moses, who helped the Jews get out of Egypt, who brought laws to them, who brought everything that the Jews are at this point in time for years, for years and years and years, for decades. They all depict Moses, and he stuttered, so that made me feel a little bit better about who I am as a stuttering person and such. So at this dinner, Jesus washes the feet of his disciples, an act of selflessness and foreshadowing of what he would do on Friday. Jesus changes the conversation at the Passover meal, telling the disciples that he is going to suffer. Jesus already knew all of this was going to happen and stuff, but his disciples did not know. He takes items from this important Jewish meal and gives them a new meaning. So, like, he takes the bread. So this part is communion. This is what now some churches, they do this every single Sunday. They have communion. Some churches, like the church that I go to, they do it the first Sunday of every month. I think Catholics do it every Sunday or every certain holiday. It's different for each one. But this is where it comes from. Jesus takes the bread and he says, "This is my body given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And so he breaks the bread and he gives it to them. He says of the wine, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you." So these are symbolisms that he is trying to depict to them by using the bread and the wine. In doing this, he sets up the new Christian tradition of communion, which is when Christians remember this Passover meal and the sacrifice Jesus made. So they're still remembering the time when God brought the Jews out of Egypt. They still have that Passover time, but they add a new meaning to the breaking of the bread, to the drinking of the wine or juice. And it's the sacrifice that Jesus made for everyone, not just Jews, not just the religious people, every single person that is on this earth. Jesus made that sacrifice. He died for them. So after the meal, the group goes to a garden called, I know I'm going to get this wrong, but it's Gethsemane, where his disciples, Judas, betrays him and hands him over to the Jewish leaders, and he is arrested and taken to the high priest for trial. All of this can be found in Matthew chapter 26, verses 17 through 75, Mark chapter 14, verses 12 through 72, Luke chapter 22, verses 7 through 62, and John chapter 13, verses 1 through 38. So then now we have yesterday, day 6, which is Good Friday. On Friday morning, Jesus went to trial for the accusations from the Jews. But he did not defend himself. Instead, he outrages the religious leaders by calling himself the Son of God. Up to this point, Jesus never really said that. Up to this point, I think there was like a couple of days like in Palm Sunday and stuff where he did not physically say to them, "I am the Son of God. God is my Father." He did not say this. He's saying it now. So Jesus was given, since he was the Son of God, to the religious people, and they're like, okay, so he is this king for us, right? So he was given a crown, but a crown of thorns. And he was made to carry a massive cross through the city and up the mountain called Calvary, where he was nailed to the cross alongside 2 criminals. Now, back then, we have the French guillotine where they cut off the head. We had the leeching and everything. And then now we have like the euthanations and stuff where they have like a drug that they give you, or there was the electric chair for the long time and stuff. Back then, when they did their trial and they found you guilty, they hung you on a cross. So they had you nailed on there from your hands and then your feet. Your feet was basically placed together like this, and a nail went through, and you hung up there. And basically, you were made to suffer until you die. So it was blood loss, thirsty, hungry, and, hanging there and stuff. Your blood is just draining from everything and such. And so, there you go. Hi, Bubs. How you doing? So that's what that means when he was hung on a cross like that. That it wasn't just like, oh, this was only a thing for Jesus. No, it was for every single criminal back then. And they depicted him. They depicted Jesus as a criminal. So that's how they killed him. So then on the ninth hour, on the day of the most sacred Jewish festival, Jesus breathed his last breath. Friday evening, 2 men took the body and placed it in a tomb and rolled a stone over it. The reason being is so that no one would steal Jesus's body, would deface it, would ruin it, would destroy it. They wanted him to have a resting place. Now, a lot of times that's what they did for loved ones as well. So this can be found in Matthew chapter 27, verses 1 through 62, Mark chapter 15, verses 1 through 47, Luke chapter 22, verses 63 through 23, and John chapter 18, verses 28 through 19. So now we have today, which is Saturday. This will be day 7 of the Holy Week. So today, Saturday was the Sabbath. Now, a lot of people believe that Sunday is the Sabbath. A lot of people believe that Friday is the Sabbath. They didn't really have like days like we do and such, so it's kind of really hard to figure out which days is actually the Sabbath day. You can depict it that it was Sunday, you can depict it as Saturday. Just pick the day and honor that day. So for here, Saturday was the Sabbath day, a day when Jewish people are commanded to do no work. After the Sabbath ended at 6 p.m., people went to the tomb to do the ceremonial preparation for burial. Knowing that Jesus said he was going to rise again after 3 days, the Jewish leaders went to the Roman governors and requested that the tomb be guarded so that no one would steal the body and lie about his resurrection. The governor put a seal on the stone and a guard at the tomb. That is depicted in Matthew chapter 27, verses 62 through 66, Mark chapter 16, verse 1, Luke chapter 23, verse 56, and John chapter 19, verse 40. So then in comes tomorrow. Day 8th is the Resurrection Sunday. And so for us, it's the Resurrection Sunday. For a lot of people, it's Easter. So tomorrow is going to be a very busy day for me. So on Sunday, or Easter, we see the culmination of the entire week in the most important event of the Christian faith. Early Sunday morning, several women that were close to Jesus go to the tomb and find the stone rolled away and an angel who announces, "Don't be afraid. I know you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He isn't here. He is risen from the dead, just as he said would happen," in Matthew chapter 28, verses 5 through 6. On Sunday, the Bible reports that Jesus appeared to at least 5 people. There is considerable evidence from secular scholars that many people generally believed that they saw the risen Jesus. On Easter Sunday, Christians celebrate the foundation of their faith, the belief that Jesus was risen on the 3rd day after his death, fulfilling prophecies found throughout the Old Testament, and conquering sin and death itself. He literally went to hell, got the keys, opened the gates, went to heaven, opened the gates. Now we can go to heaven and everything. He offered forgiveness and redemption for our lives and the world. That can all be found in Matthew chapter 28, verses 1 through 13, Mark chapter 16, verses 1 through 14, Luke chapter 24, verses 1 through 49, and John chapter 20, verses 1 through 23. I'm going to put a link on this site for YouTube. It's a little bit easier to do this instead of on the website here. But let me see if I can do my description here. This will kind of give you more of an idea of what I'm talking about, and it also has the scriptures on there, so then you guys can like look it up yourselves if you're ever interested in seeing what the whole storyline is and everything. Let me quickly do this. So that should be the link for that. So I'm going to save that there. So it should be in the link below on YouTube. You guys can see it on there and such. Just a real interesting look at everything that was going on and such, and the reasons why we do what we do today. We celebrate that because it was a huge sacrifice for this person to go through 30 years of living in this world for only 3.5 years of sermon, and then to end it with people berating him, people choosing a criminal to be set free so that the man who's trying to save them, who's trying to teach them, who's trying to bring them hope is being sacrificed in the end. It's a very huge time frame for a lot of people right now and such, to see what's going on and to feel, am I really worthy of someone to die for me like that? And the answer is yes. Yes, you are worthy. Every single person that is watching this, that is hearing this, that is listening, that is telling other people about it and such, you are worthy. He says that. He said it on the cross. He looked at a criminal on the cross, and the guy said, please remember me. I'm so sorry that I did this, that I had to end up like this. But, do you think you can think of me or something? And he said, by the end of tonight, you're going to be dining with me and my Father. He forgave him just like that. On his deathbed, he forgave him. So every single person here is worthy of Jesus dying on the cross for your sins and for you to be able to be saved, to say the sinner's prayer, to be saved, and to go up to heaven and live eternal life. That's what the whole point of the Holy Week of tomorrow for Easter for us. So I hope you guys can enjoy that. I hope you guys do read that newsletter and stuff. It depicts a little bit more about Holy Week, about Easter and everything. So yeah, so I hope you guys do look into that and stuff. And if you guys didn't like this and you guys are like, well, this is against everything that I believe in, you guys can change the channel. You have the power of you. You guys get to choose how you guys want to be, how you guys want to live. It's up to you. It is called free will. Okay? So, before we get into video gaming, I need to take a quick break. I need to grab another coffee. I will be right back. So this will be a great time to get those dishes put in, get the laundry situated, and don't forget to make your bed. It's a very big deal about making that bed. Don't ask me why, but it is. I will be right back. All right, you guys, we are back with an amazing, amazing game. Once Human. I have actually been a little hiatus from this because of everything that's been going on with my mom. And, but I am back with the whole new phase that we have. We are part of the Way of the Winter. This is a very, very hard one, I'm not going to lie, because there is a certain lunar time frame, I think it's like during the night and stuff, where you go insane. And I am not at the level yet to get the sanity gummies, so I'm working really tirelessly trying to get this and such. So, we've got a whole new map and everything to be depicting here and such. I think that's where we were before, down here. Now we're more up front, up top here. So I'm trying to making my way, and of course I'm trying to get all of the teleportation towers unlocked so then I can go to each one to do each of the scenarios and everything. And then I do have my new house, and I'm part of the world with my friend Pisha and stuff, and so there'll be a couple of times where I will bring him in where we'll be working on this together. So right now I'm just trying to get to a teleportation tower. I'm having a heck of a time trying to get there because I keep dying every single second of the day. So for right now I'm just kind of like grabbing things and everything, ores and all that kind of good stuff. So I thought we could have a good, just a nice, calm stream of, oh, see, look at that. And once that gets over, we're gonna do zoom. There we go. So, folks that have been watching this, before, oh, I gotta go back. Have been watching this before will know that I've had a house, I had a whole lot of equipment and such. No longer. They basically start you from the very beginning of this game. You're in a whole different type of world, if you will, and the different dynamics and stuff, if you will, as well. So, and it's very, very cold, so you have to really armor yourself up with better clothes, better equipment and stuff to handle the cold and everything. So that's something that I have been working on towards here, and it's been pretty good so far, but that lunar stuff is no joke. Okay, I'm doing okay. Okay, I need... Where is it? There it is. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep. That's the other thing. You gotta really, really watch all of that. Alright, know where my campsite was. So that was my fault. I didn't do that right. So a lot of these I have to be able to like get like a campsite going, get better armory, get see, I don't have any of the hides. I don't have any of the fabric type stuff, so I can't even get that yet. Alright, looks like I have to do some hunting first. So let's do, okay, I'm good right now. So let's change the gear to bring back my machete. Unable to equip? Why? Oh, it took damage. That's why. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna have to get some gravel real quick and see if I can depict, not depict, but, like, get, like, some more logs. Oh, oh, oh! Why? Oh! Fire, 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 fire. Okay, protected. Oh! I don't have any adrenaline shots. Alright. I do a lot better with my machete, but it's not letting me have my machete. There we go. Okay. They got me a little bit better there. Alright, let me get some trees here. Get some logs. So they really have it now where it's legit a survival thing. Oh! I think I got one behind me here. Oh, no. Alright, let me see if I can... Nope. The only one I have is the melee club, so I guess we'll just have to work with this. Okay, that should help with the warmth a little bit. I do need more of that. What's this glowing over here? Oh! Okay, let's see how far we can get. I have enough for another campsite, and I have enough for a campfire, if need be. And a lot of it is being where it's the time frame of the day and the placement that you're at. So like right now, it should be the lunar event where I'd be losing my sanity. And for some reason, I'm not. It's the chilly part, so at least we have that. Alright, so we're starting to get into the snowy area. So I'm going to place you there. And the one new thing about this game is that the water buffalo, oh my gosh. They love to fight. Alright. There's something I thought I could make. That can also help with heat. Just hydration and energy. Okay, I don't know where those ones are as of yet. So I can't get those, but I can try this. Okay. Oh, I can't! It exceeds the territory? That's stupid. So I can't get there until this thing goes away. Alright. So I won't go there then. I was trying to see about getting this going. So we'll just have... Whoops. That off. And we'll go over here. Since I cannot make it through all of that, we'll just go back and try a different way. Because I'm fine here. There's no problem right here. So, it's almost like in certain areas, they have it where, this is happening, that's happening. You cannot, you just can't get into this section until till it goes away. So we'll just have to be a little mindful of that. I thought the worst things here was the deviants that we had to go up against. Nope. They really made it into survival. No. Nope, we're okay. We're okay. Oh, the big bus. Woo, I did not want to do that right now. Okay, I know. Right, 7. There we go. That kind of helps with the cold. Look! Reindeer! Oh, shoot! It's another, see all that snow right there? I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to this one either. Oh, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate you. Bone heart for you. Bone heart right there for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome on in. Okay, it looks like I gotta go up this way. I hope you're having an awesome sauce time. Awesome stream. I'm a big fan of this game too, and I love the squad ups time. Hit me on Discord. Dirt King, you got it. Appreciate that. I like that. Yeah, I'm just getting things set up right now for me and my friend when he gets back on. We've got our team all set up and everything. But yeah, definitely when he's not available, love to hit up with you on this. We're doing the Way of the Winter right now. I'm in World 3. And oh my gosh, the whole thing about the snow, the lunar effect that makes you all crazy. Huh. Seriously. Gets me every time. Alright, how can I... Let's get to the bear's den. Oh, it's that way, okay. But I appreciate you stopping on by, Sub. Thank you so much. How is your Saturday going? Yeah, I'm just coming back into the world. I ended the scenario of the last one, and then I got ready to start this off, and then my mom got diagnosed with cancer last month. So I took a hiatus of streaming and editing my videos on YouTube to help them out. Oh, you know what? Dummy. There's cars right there. Meow. So I had to take some time off and help them out, and now we have a good scheduling of how everything is going for her, and I'm able to get back into streaming. And my buddy was telling me there's a whole new scenario season going on with Once Human. So I'm a little late getting back into it. So my fort and everything isn't quite up to speed like how it was before, but I'm getting there. There we go. Get some more of you. My whole favorite thing here is the, oh, honeysuckle, sweet, is the foraging I love the whole foraging in this game. Now, if I remember right, there's something about the peppers that I can use to fight off a lot of the cold that they have on here. Excuse me. There we go. Help save off the cold. Oh, right here. Which would be a good spot. Whoops. Oh, I was gonna see. Just gives energy, okay. Okay, I got the honeysuckle, but I don't have the sage as of yet. Okay. Okay, let's try it. This part's new. I haven't used the stones yet, so I'm not quite sure. Hot rock ore. Okay. Same thing. Oh, I need to have a supplies workbench for it. Got you, got you. Understood. Okay. I don't think I will. Ooh, okay. It changed to snowy, so we're good. Whoa. I'm not the best driver in the world. What's this? Okay, what if I shoot it? Nothing. Okay. Just glows. I think there's something that I have to use to, like, get that down, but I don't have any bullets right now. I've been working on this so much that I haven't been able to get back to the house. That is freaking awesome sauce. I love that. That is so cool. Where is this thing? Thought it was more up here. Oh, here we go. Easier way to figure out what's going on. What's up, dude? You can tell me where I need to go? Or you're just gonna stand there and stare at me? That's cool. What? Oh, man. Really? Really? In this area, I'm supposed to be, like, safe. And I still died. It was right here it changed, but I got past it. There we go. See, it changed to snowy. Can I build that here? Yes, I can. Look at me go. Wait, it looks, it's like it's underground. What up? Don't mind me. So I thought I would have to go into like one of these buildings here. Alright, so this is where I can buy stuff. What you got? Cool. I'm at a loss to where this tower is. like I'm right above it. See, it's not blue. There's actual teleportation thing that I need to get. So it's Bear's Den. And I blacked out, of course. At least I'm right next to the main building here. Because there's a teleportation spot that I need to activate so that if I need to, I can get to this area. I'm not seeing the tower. It's one heck of a maze. You know, I went up there. Let me go down here. Oh, 7. That gives me a little extra heat. Okay, I gotta get those markers off my map. I don't have any markers. Oh, it's, it was showcasing my, scenario thing. Oh, you've got to be kidding. I don't think I have any bandages. Okay, so we're back up here. Because also there's like, there's low, there's someone to talk to and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm not finding you people. And I keep dying in your town. Gonna get stuck there. Oh, why? Why? That I don't understand. Everything was sunny. Why was it all of a sudden? Alright, I will actually be right back. I've got a call here, so I will be right back. I'm still trying to find this tower. I'm like locked in on this place. And watch, it's gonna be like so simple. Like I turn to the left instead of going to the right, and then pff, it's right there. And it's like, oh. It's like, how dare you? How dare you make a fool out of me? Ow. Okay, we're gonna go all the way up here. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the tower is? Tower. The tower. The tower. We're gonna go all the way back here. Oh! What? That can't be it. Is this it? Yeah, that is so not it. Oh, destroyed it, I guess. I found it. I just needed to keep going straight. Stupido. I found it. I feel validated. I feel like the queen. Like I can do anything. You people. How dare. What's up, NASCAR? How you doing, man? Good to see you. This is Once Human. I've done this before a couple of different times. I'm getting back into it, and it's got a whole new scenario and everything and stuff, what you need to do, how you need to do things and such. So that is this. So this is where we had those deviants that we had to fight, those big huge monsters and everything. So yep. All right, I am actually going to go back home and try this out. It's a fun game. I like it. I actually like it a little bit. Whoa, we got baddies. That didn't work. That made it worse. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on what's going on there. Okay, I think everybody left. Okay, cool. So yeah, it just has one of those, just one of those things. Okay, so campfire's on. That's a new thing on this, that we have to really watch our temperature on this. No, we're gonna do this now. So I can get some materials. Materials. Can I do any? Hold on. There we go. At the primary gear. So this. So I do need like a tier 1 of anything that I can do. It's all good. Exactly. Just one thing after another. Well, I guess I can just make one of those things. Even though I might not use it. I just have to craft it. Ooh! Oh, I can do that. I can do this one. Perfecto. Got it. Disassemble that so I can grab some stuff. Summon V and see when everything's going.
It's good to see you.
So how you
like
doing,
a proper
NASCAR?
mayfly
Everything
again.
going pretty good?
If I were Igna,
What you got going on today?
of course. Whatever that map column should intel. Let's go.
Snow and fire. Oh, it's this one. Ooh, that's right. It's your WrestleMania. That's gonna be good, dude. Okay. Apparently, I've got 2 of these. What's going on here? I do. Oh, that's right. This is my other one. So 481. Can I discard that? 41. I can. Awesome sauce. What about machete? Night 1 of 2. Okay. What channel can you get that on? Do you have to stream it somewhere, or... It's on Peacock? Is it free, or do you have to have a subscription for it? It's like $5.99. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so I already have my primary supplies, my primary gear, furnace, stove, and disassembly. Okay, so where are my metrics at? Get some more crafting done here. That's a 1 as well. So let's get a garage and the wish machine so we can move forward with all of that. I don't really need the wish machine right now, but okay. It's $4.99 for premium and $9.99 for premium plus. Oh, okay. Interesting. Nice. And we still got 4 more things on here. So synthesis, which I don't really need. Kind of would like the rainwater. Oh, you know what? It's not really raining right now. It's snowing. It should work. There we go. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, 79 for premium. Got you, got you. Okay, that's okay. That's all right, dog. It's all right. Everything good. Everything good. All right, so we do have a wish machine now. And we got a garage that I can work on. Alright, I need some logs. Come to me, trees. Yeah, once I get off of this, I'll try and see if I can find a way to watch that, because that'd be cool. See some new, see some old faces on there. It'll be nice. Get a WrestleMania going. Oh, it's just the wood, okay. Do you have time to get some Phasmo in before WrestleMania? Let's get some sulfur going. I love that I don't have to go too far. I was just wondering if you had any time to do some Phasmo before WrestleMania starts. I got all these ores next to my house, so I don't have to go too far for some of the items I need. Oh, yeah, you're fine. Perfect. Let me quickly, see if I can build this section. Oops. Oh, I have no stamina. That's the weirdest looking hands I've ever seen. There we go. Okay. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you'd like to. No pressure. One more glass. Let's do 10. I should have enough. Perfect. Making the house look good. Now this is my gun. I like this one. The M416. This is a nice one. I like this against the bad guys. Especially if I've got the ice shard to it. Woo, baby. Alright, yeah, it looks like I have to go back out and about. Perfect. Let me get one more window up there. Okay. See, this is what I've been needing to get, is a bed, because it restores the sanity. So when I start getting into that where it says you are in the lunar effect and you are getting crazy and all that kind of stuff, quickly get into your map before you can try to pass out, and get into... Oh, I can't do that just yet. And get into the bed, basically, and it restores your sanity on that. Woo! Okay. Oh, there was one more... Okay. Can I get another crate? Not yet. Okay. But I can get a small one. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, I want the small one. Oh, you know what? The small one, let's do some of the hides that I've got. And let's do some of the screws. Should be able to do some of that. So when that happens, oh, okay. That's a little new. Because if it was in your... Okay, not really. Because if you're outside and out and about, you kind of do need to have these in there. There we go. Fight off a little bit of that cold. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Whoops. A table. And I can put light on there. There. Make it a little prettier here. There it is. That's why. Then hopefully I can get all my deviants on that corner of the wall right there. That's my hope. So what do I need again to build those? Metal scraps. So I just have to keep disassembling things. Copper and glass. Okay, so I can't get that as of yet. Because I have to go exploring. And I haven't really explored a whole lot right now. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. They're so weird. Okay. Let's do a 7 here. Get a little protection of the heat. What I really need is better armor. But I don't have any of the fabric stuff. And I can't repair. any of the armor because I don't have any of the stuff. Oh, I do. Yeah, let's repair that. There we go. Okay. Got all the main benches that I need right now. Nothing there as of yet. So... okay. So let me, since I dropped a whole lot of stuff there, I'm going to see if I can get some gravel going and some trees. Being attacked by monsters? Where? Oh! Okay, hello! I had ammunition. What the heck happened to my ammunition? Alright, you know what? Oh, these guys are feistier than before. Holy cow. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, here we go. Oh, see how my sanity is starting to go down? It's that lunar, I think, effect. So let's see what happens when I go to bed. See? My sanity will start going down now. It should. There it goes. Perfecto! I'll save this spot and head on over there and wait for you when you get down. Oh. Yeah, that's probably not the best. But you know what? I am actually good now. I'll just do the rest. And I got actually pretty good stuff today on here. So I got where I needed to go. And I'm starting to build a lot more stuff in my house. So we are doing pretty kosher with that. So let me get something to drink here real quick. And then we'll be back and we'll try and see if we can get to do some more files. Be right back. we're gonna do, we'll probably do like a couple of rounds and stuff till we wait for NASCAR to get in here. But just kind of like showcase to you guys what we've got going on. We've got the Cursed, what is it now? Cursed Hollow event. It's supposed to be for like Easter and everything and such. There's like some Easter eggs that's on there, and the way to find like the cursed object is you have to use the dots projector in order to do that and everything. And I found pretty much a good chunk of it. The community goals we did hit. So we did get a trophy. That's right over here. That's that one right there. That's kind of cool. So we've got our Blood Moon, we've got our Winter Jest, and now we got the Cursed Hollow. And now I'm kind of trying to work on the private team, the personal goals, and then the trophy like upgrade. And so basically what you have to do is just like in the community where you have to identify the ghost correctly, complete optional objectives, and then find and reveal any forest minions. That's where you have to use the EMF reader and such. So we're working on that. I'm also trying to get the Ranger ID card and badge from the Camp Woodwind. So I've been doing actually pretty good with that. The other ones I will not be able to do. There's no way I can get to Sunny Meadows. I can't do any of the Apocalypse challenges on my own. I hate the Lighthouse. There's no way I'm doing the Lighthouse on my own. And I've done some of the achievement hunters and such, but that, for me, this is for like a long time going. It's like 100 times of catching wraiths, 100 times of this, 100 times of that and stuff, and it is absolute crazy with all of it. So let's just kind of go into, okay, when the event is in Camp Woodwind. I like to do the amateur for this and stuff because it's just a little bit easier to try to catch the ghost type and everything, and I'm trying to get that achievement. So let's get in here real quick, and while we wait.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. I've got nothing else to report, unfortunately.
Oh, we got our first cursed object. Everything is like 9s. Ooh, we got a 5. 4, it's gonna be in here. But I always like to double check all of them before I fully say this is it. Main location should be here. Alright, my dude, I'm already in, but go ahead and get in. I'm in the Waffles chat in Discord, and then let me know when you're ready for to team up in multiplayer. Let me see if I can get this one real quick. I think it was the first one here. Yep. I'm on amateur, so it should be kind of quick. Alright, I think I know where the minion is going to pop up. me get my EMF reader, my camera going. Now grab my dots. Okay. Now I'm also trying to get that woodland badge. So let's do you there. Get you involved. Let's see if we can get you going. It should be here. Whoops. Oh, it's not.
Desire.
What's up, man? That doesn't look like it's a totem. Let's try this one. Nope, that's not it either. Maybe here. There it is. Yep, I got it. Quick second to update it. Got you. No problem. I found the minion. There we go. There we go. Where is my camera? Because we do have ghost writing. Is that in as ghost writing? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. We also have freezing. So we have ghost writing and freezing temps. Okay, we do have an objective, so we're good there. So let's get this, and that. Oh, what are... Could be EMF, could be ultraviolet, no dots, could be ghost orbs, or spirit box. Okay, so we actually have a lot that it could be. It is EMF. So this is a shade we're dealing with. Hey, the lighter is working. Great. Let me turn that off. Where's my flashlight? Okay, I'm not seeing the bone, actually. That's some of the things that I kind of do too when I go through with the thermometer. Usually in those small little tents, though. Alright. It looks like I'm not going to be able to find the bone right now. Alright. I have, I've got an update, or, objective. I've got the ghost, and, I found the minion. So, I am actually all set. And boom! Easy peasy!
Welcome back.
There
I've
we
got some
go.
jobs ready for you.
Getting some team points, and 38. I'm doing good. All right, let's see if we can pick up NASCAR if he has his game updated. So I'll leave.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs
Multiplayer.
ready for you. Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
No problem at all. Just let me know whenever you're ready. I love like the rattling of the trees like that. So freaky. That's cool. Sorry, someone just sent me something. Alright. Ah, I'm close. I got it. Let's do it. Let's have 10 of all of these. Whoa! Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I gotta look into that. See if I can upgrade my speed as well. On my internet. I gotta call Spectrum and see how I can do all of that. I'm starting to get some more games on for my PC, and I think it would be a good idea if I just upped it just a little bit more. Especially for, like, downloading, games, because I'm starting to do that a lot more. Oh, you know what? This can actually go down to just 4. I don't really need a whole lot of that. I don't ever use my headgear. I use a lot of that. Or the sound. You know what? Sound sensor, I am actually going to do 4. Oh, wait, no, just 3 is fine. Tripod can be 2. This can be 10. Now that I have, tier 3. Oh, you know what? That can be down to 4 as well. Ignite or 10 though, because I use that a lot. Fireflight 10, I use that a lot. Perfect. Okay. This keeps says coming soon, and I'm like, they've upgraded. Oh, whoops. They've upgraded so much of like the farmhousings and the equipment manager and stuff, and I'm like, I kind of want to see what this coming soon is. I know, I think it's like your customization of your character and stuff, and I'm like, I'd love to see that. It'd be so cool. Someone really went through a whole lot of thought process for all of this. This is really, really nice. Oh yeah, that's this thing. Do it. They'll go away. Oh, I almost got all the bowling balls though. Bowling pins. Oh, you gotta be kidding. I almost had you. Oh, it counted. It counted. Go for the shot. Oh, come on. Oh, it calls it like a when it touches the rim, but it doesn't actually go in. Okay, let's see if I can go. Ah! It's like, ah! Smack me right in the face. All right, let's see if I can do this part. Oh. Okay. Almost. Yeah! right in there. You see that? Oh, I'm so good. I am so good. Okay, 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 okay. I should back up. I should back up a little bit more. Oh, that went through. That went through. Nope. Some of them did. That's pretty good. Still don't quite... Ooh. Okay, 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 okay. Jenga! Oh, oh, oh! Not good, not good, not good! Ooh, baby! Okay, okay, okay. Ah! Jenga, I win! That's kind of cool. Those are kind of cool games to have in there. This would be a really neat, like, movie or, like, a quick, like, TV show or something like that. I think that was, like, my latest game that I did that I won. Okay. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. Check my crap here real quick.
Yipper, yipper.
Be sure that everything's ready to go. Yeah, we was upgrading our speed real quick.
Gotcha.
I had to reboot everything. I still actually might have to. They told me I had to freaking call and stuff like that too, but.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that myself with Spectrum, seeing what I can get out of it.
Spectrum sucks.
I like Spectrum from up here. It's better than Frontier, I can tell you that.
Well, anything is better than that.
Even with their new optic cables and stuff that they've got, because Frontier finally put optic cables out here, it's still even better than that.
Yeah, they got optic 1 or whatever the heck it is, or fiber 1.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid page won't load. I'm like getting tired of that crap. Like it won't load the page.
Mm-mm.
I'll try again later. Screw it. What? No. Stop yelling at me! That was old Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Yep. Okay. So are you gonna make me do one of the houses that are part of the event?
You don't
Frickin'
have
thing?
to. You don't have to if you don't want to. We can do Tanglewood Drive. That's fine.
Alright, either that or we'll try Camp Woodwind or something too and just try out some crap.
Sure.
'Cause, yep, I'll do a few of these and then at about I don't know, like around 6 or Watch Mania.
There you go.
Why is my looking sensitivity so low? I wonder why.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like my look. Hang on. Team sensitivity. That's like my look sensitivity is just slow. I don't know. Anyway, I think we're alright.
Okay.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's get her.
Maybe it's always like that, I don't know.
The bone is in the front bathroom by the toilet.
4. Yeah, I gotta mess with my look sensitivity real quick, 'cause I do not remember it being this slow.
Copy that. I'll see if I can find the room. Ooh, it might be... I might have found it. Oh! Hello, Ghosty.
Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Alright. Yeah, it's a lot better right there. Okay.
I think it's in here.
Let's check. Yeah, 8.5 out there to... Yeah, it's probably in the nursery right here. Alright. Wait, where'd you say the bone was?
It's in the front bedroom there.
Okay. Where
By
is
the
it?
toilet. Bathroom, I mean bathroom.
I'm gonna say it ain't in the
Bathroom by the toilet.
Alright.
Sorry.
MF5.
Copy on that. Okay, yeah, we have an active one. Oh, please tell me we got that. Yes! We got UV.
UV. Where was the UV?
It was on the front door. I got a picture of it. Or the, yeah, the door right here. Oh, it just turned the light on in the hallway.
Alright, just a second. Alright.
Nice.
Not a mare, but I have to worry about that anyway.
Alright, so since we got 2 of them, could be ghost writing, could be freezing temps, dots, ghost orbs. It will not be spirit box. Okay, repel the ghost when it's chasing someone, get an average sanity, prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix. Okay. This one's my
It's
name.
gonna be either writing, freezing temps, or dots.
Copy. he's just getting in all the interactions.
No dots at all yet?
No, not yet.
Yep. Or no, I already said it wasn't going to be spirit box. Never mind.
Right.
My sanity. It's chilling there.
Well, we also need an average sanity of 25, so...
Ah, fudge.
Oh, you already took it? Oh, that's okay. That's alright.
Alright, anyway.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Let's go get a couple more photos.
Perfecto. Repel. Prevent ghosts from
It
hunting.
hasn't turned off the breaker yet.
Nope, it just likes to throw things. Alright, let's see if we can find what the cursed object is.
Delete that photo.
Oh, dang.
Whoops.
God dang it. Delete that one too.
Freezing temps. We got freezing temps.
Alright, so it's gin. Let's say, come on, give me one more freaking photo.
There it is.
And then it just tossed the book, so, yep. Alright, full photo book.
Sweet.
Got a... it's already draining my sanity decently enough there, so.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It's gonna be one of the fast ghosts too, so.
Alright, I'll see if I can help drain my sanity. That. So now we just kind of sit in the dark and wait. Waiting is the game.
Doing a lot of shit in here. Needed to use the crucifix here.
Right.
there it goes.
Speak and it will do it.
Alright, now I just have to toss the crucifix out of there and we can get the hunt going.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this because this is one of the fast ghosts. But I think you should do this.
I'm hiding, dude. I'm trying to get my sanity down. I'm hiding. Now we just gotta get our sanity. Got it.
We got it.
Awesome sauce. Let's get out of here. Woo!
Too high. Hang on. Yep, 3 seems good. Okay. Anyway, we're out of here.
We got it.
We got it.
Oh yeah.
There's some jobs ready for you.
Okay.
Yay, I got my firelight.
Hey.
I'm so happy.
Wee-hoo.
I'm so happy. Oh man,
You're
I have a
nuts.
ways to go though for me to get a headgear, incense, and my crucifix. Ugh.
Well, yeah, because you get the crucifix at level 90, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, that firelight's good there.
Alright.
The only thing about the tier 3 crucifix is like it just covers a bigger area.
It does, yeah.
Then that incense, like the tier 3 incense will actually slow the ghost down, so if you're trying to like figure out a ghost with its natural speed, that ain't gonna help you.
No. No.
So if you were like trying to do no evidence runs, it wouldn't help.
Okay. Yep.
Ugh. But anyway. Alright. Let's ready up. Let's do this.
Do.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Doesn't seem like you're pounding on your keyboard.
It does. Wham!
It's like, geez, you were wailing on your keyboard. Freaking box and
Well, that's a possibility right there. Is it more out here?
that's right, it's snowing out, so we're gonna be looking for temps around 3.
The mirror is on the wall next to the master bedroom. Copy, heading your way. Oh yeah.
Phone.
Cool.
Alright, that will get the camera and the dots.
Perfect. Left hook. Ooh. Spare box.
Spirit box. You got the cruci.
Yep.
You already got. Yeah, you already got the book, right?
Yes. Yep. Yep. Book's out there.
And then you got a firelight as well.
Yipper.
Just go ahead and get some salt down, then when it walks through it, we'll check for UV.
Perfect.
Let's see.
Freezing temps.
Go ahead and grab.
The oh, there I
Did
got
you
it.
grab it? Okay.
Yep.
Let me turn that light off. There we go.
Anything? No footprints. Nope. No footprints.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, ghost writing.
2, 3. Bam. Bam. Alright, cool. Full photo book.
Nice. It's a Moroi.
We got. And then we got. Okay. Got a Moroi then. Alright, so now we gotta just.
Prevent the ghost from
Let it
hunting with a
frickin-
crucifix, and then repel the ghost while with incense while it's chasing someone.
Yep. I think the Moroi is one of the fast ghosts too, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
We shall see. That. There. Dun. Okay, just a sec.
Woo! Crucifix.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh yeah.
My sanity is at a lovely 27.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, and you're gonna skedaddle away, are you?
I'll man the front door for you.
Say you're guarding the front door.
It's hunting. He went downstairs. Oh no, he went in the garage. Sorry, he went in the garage.
What?
The minute I said I'm gonna guard the front door, boom! It slammed
I heard
right
it.
into my face, and I'm like, bye.
Yeah. Well, and I heard it down in the. I mean, I heard it down in the basement. Like,
Oh,
that's
wow.
what it wasn't. It actually wasn't even. It actually wasn't fast. So that's. Yeah, so I'm surprised it actually wasn't one of the fast ghosts there. But
Yeah, that's weird.
whatever. Okay. Hey, it's a Maroi.
We got it.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Sweet. Distribute event points. Capture a 3-star ghost photo. Play contracts. Okay. Dang, I already got freaking. Oh, because that's a weekly test. Duh. Jeez.
C'est la vie.
Make it 2.5 again there. That seemed like it was pretty good, but it still seems like it's a tad slow, but whatever.
Okay.
Back Tanglewood.
Yep, yep, yep.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly.
Alright, get a ghost to blow out a firelight. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Prevent the ghost with the crucifix.
Investigate this, but be careful. You don't know.
If it's a shade, I ain't gonna wait for it to do a ghost event.
Oh no. That'll take forever.
Like, yeah, like I will literally.
Bone is in the first bathroom in the bathtub.
There? No.
Ooh,
Oh, it's in the garage.
it's in the garage.
Yeah,
Yep.
just threw the hammer over here too. I don't know how long ago it did it, so I'm not gonna worry about the photo right now.
Gotcha. Oh, UV on the door.
Oh, okay, hang on. Cool. Excellent.
Sweet.
Reasoning is I didn't even hear it touch the door. Which is
I-
the crazy part.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh. Alright, you go, yeah, I was gonna say, you go ahead and grab the cruci. I'll grab.
I got the firelight. I got the firelight.
Got it. Just gonna go ahead and get the easy salt photos. Ooh, dot.
Walked right by me.
Ooh, okay.
Blow out the firelight right in my hand though too. That would have been freaking nuts.
So we're looking for EMF, ghost orbs, or spirit box.
There we go. Photo book already.
Perfect.
The one way we can figure out if it's a banshee or not, you can see if it has the unique banshee name on the paramic.
Oh, right. I'll go get that.
Grab another firelight too.
Copy. Okay. Firelight and parabola. Parabola microphone.
Actually, we didn't even need the firelight anyway. My bad.
Oh, no problem.
No, I was thinking of the freaking Onryo test, and I was like, we don't have a freaking Onryo. We got a Goryo possibility.
Not Unreal? Oh! I thought it was Unreal myself, too.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Listen for the banshee scream. There's the ghost event that we witnessed.
Yipper.
Give us a sign. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Do something. Say something. Are you here? And so, I don't think it's a spirit box.
It wasn't a scream. Ooh!
Hmm.
It wasn't a scream, but I'll still listen.
I'm just kind of ruling out two different possibilities.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's a banshee. It didn't scream. It talked. But it was more like a hush, 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 hush. That's basically all it did, but no scream.
Let me go check for orbs.
Okay.
Crucifix is pretty much used up.
Yes, it is. Whew. Whew. Boy, it drained our sanity like crazy, though.
Yeah. This one's a toughie. Because it got as high as an EMF 4. I didn't get an EMF 5 yet.
Okay.
What?
Ghost orbs. I saw it on the other side of the truck. I saw it on the other side of the truck. Or the car.
Ooh. So it is a banshee.
But I didn't hear it scream.
Well, there's only...
Yep.
Thing about it, though, too, is there's only a 33... Yeah, I just saw it there, too. There's only a 33, I guess, % chance that it does the scream. And then there's the dots.
Yep.
We already had... Alright, so I think we got our banshee. Alright,
Alrighty.
we got all 3 of the objectives and shit. Alright, let's go.
Let's do it.
Alright. Better not have been one of the other ones, but...
Right.
Yeah, cool.
It was Banshee. That's so weird. It talked to me, but it didn't do the scream.
No, like I said, it's a 33% chance that it does it, so...
That's true, too. Yep.
Sometimes it doesn't, but then it's just a patience game, though, too. It's like, you gotta... Literally, you're sitting there, and, you know, sometimes it may not do it.
Right. Yep.
That's one of the things.
And
but...
it only talked to me twice, but I was listening the whole time, but...
Alright, so... I'm down to do one final round on frickin' Camp Woodwind.
Yay!
Then I'm gonna start getting some crap put together and probably go through and double check this freaking Xfinity thing again real quick, and then I'm gonna start getting ready to head over to my buddy's house.
Awesome sauce.
Romania. So, alright, here we go.
You-
Woodwind's not my favorite, but
I'm starting to like this one. I'm starting to like this one.
We're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before
yeah, it's
starting
just not
the
one of my
investigation.
favorites, but it's whatever.
Here seems to be linked to a certain object. Let's take a closer look. This will help you.
Generators. Oh yeah, it's not. I've got the cursed object by me. The mirror.
Oh, here, how about that?
Oh.
Probably gonna be looking for temps below 5 at least.
Copy.
Did you open the yellow tent?
I did not. No. Ooh. I got a 4.5 right over by me.
Oh yeah.
And you go inside the tent, it's more like 9, so it's like...
Yep. Right by the campfire, right? Yep, so it's right there. I'm gonna drop my flashlight too.
Okay.
We got the dot salt in the book. Or, not the frickin' book.
I get you, yeah.
Oh, you took my flashlight.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, never mind, I got it. Aha.
Oh, spare box.
Cool. I really do not think dot is gonna do jack on this map.
It does if you put it in right. You can lay it on the ground, like right in front of the camera. If you, let's see. No, here.
Either that or I can
Here.
Yeah, you go ahead and put it.
Alright, so let me see where the camera is. Okay. You put it here, like that. Sometimes it will work out a little bit better. Let me see. Yeah, it works out pretty. Yeah, dots look pretty good.
Okay. This one's just always tough. You already grabbed one. Did you already grab a ghost writing book?
Yep, it's out here. Oh, there it is. Ooh. I think we got dots. Oh,
Hell's that?
UV. UV.
Where?
There's footprints right there.
Oh, cool. Oh, dang it. Shine the light back on the footprint
Oh,
again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me get this off and then... Oh, it's not popping up anymore. It was there. I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it too. 'Cause it
Okay.
was because of the... It was because of the salt right over here.
Gotcha.
So,
And I'm
least we know
pretty
we got-
sure I saw dots, but I'm not positive.
we'll just make sure we confirm that then when
Okay.
we get another shot at it.
Alright, so we need to capture a photo of the ghost, cleanse the area near the ghost using incense, and it is dots. Perfect. We got ourselves a phantom.
Yes, I did. I got a photo of the ghost.
Yay!
Whoa! It lit the fire.
Oh my gosh!
And it didn't even give me that as an interaction, so go ahead and delete the photo.
What?
Yep.
Alright, give me a sec. Cleanse
Oh,
the area
fuck.
here.
Like, that's dumb right
That's
there. Like,
dumb.
that's
Yeah, that is a full-on interaction there. It should have at least given it to you.
Yeah, I'm surprised it did give it to me.
Alright, now let me see if I can find the minion. Oh, come over here, come over here. Quick, 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 quick.
Hang on.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it. Never mind. Basically,
Alright.
basically with this event, you have to go to like where they have like the tandem things, shine the dots to it, and
No,
oh, it hunted.
I don't think it hunted.
Yeah, the door's closed.
Oh.
My bad. But anyways, this like small little animal will pop up and it will either curse you or everything will be okay. So we got that. Huh. I thought we escaped that. Okay. Your sanity is at 24%.
Alright.
Oh, he died! Oh, he died! No! Oh, no. Alright. Let me take a stim shot here. Where is my... Oh, that's not what I want. There it is. Oh, no! Oh, what a way to go, man. What a way to go. Alright. Oh, I bet you're... Oh. Doing so good there, man. Alright, yep, we got the dead body. Oh, we need one more photo. Let's see here. It was a damn crawler. It might be a phantom, but it could have just been me losing sight of it. Oh, it is a phantom. It is a phantom because we got dots, ultraviolet, and spirit box. So it is definitely a phantom. But you just lost sight of it. Oh man. Oh man, that sucks. All right. Oh. Trying to see if I can get a full photo book for you. Got you a full photo book. Okay, so you're good there. Do you want me to try? I mean, we got full photo book. We got the minion. We don't need to do all the objectives. Aww. I know, especially in this area. You don't have to. Perfect. Okay. Woo! Ah. I don't usually try. But we have a full photo book. It's a phantom, and we got our little minion guy for the event. So, you got it? You got your phantom? I don't know where the bone is. So, we don't have that. Yes? Okay, cool. Alright, we're out of here. We are out of here. Let me double check. Yep, I got it. Boom. The last one and he dies. Ah, Phantom.
There's some jobs
That
ready for you.
sucks. I was like,
Aw.
I lost, like, that's why I said, like, I could have lost sight of it or something. I was like, what in the world, dude?
Aww. That was a good run, though. That was a good run.
I almost feel like freaking trying that again.
Sure, it's up to you. You're the one that has to get going. Well, actually, yeah, it's just you have to get going.
Yeah. I do.
You do? Alright.
Pretty quick here, so. Yeah, see, it didn't upgrade it, so I think I gotta freaking call them to do it.
Okay, gotcha.
That's dumb.
That is.
Dumb. They said like, oh, we couldn't put your order through, and yeah, so yeah, I'll just tell them that we ain't gonna freaking upgrade. We'll just keep it the way that it is. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be all right. Tell 'em, like, yeah, we didn't go through, and I think I gotta call them and blah blah blah. So I was telling 'em, like,
Gotcha.
yeah, we didn't get the extra speed yet, but we'll eventually get it. I think the problem is though too. I think they gotta. I don't know if they gotta freaking install some new freaking wires or something because it's freaking 1 gig. So I don't know if they gotta install some new lines or anything.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that could be the case too, and if that's the whole freaking deal, then you gotta pay installation fees, and I ain't about to do that crap.
No, no, definitely not.
Honestly, 800's fine. So I'll tell them like, yeah, the order didn't go through because they sent me a freaking response back, and like, yeah, you gotta call and we gotta do some stuff, and so, yep. But
Alright.
anyway, thanks for the games,
Yeah,
Waffles.
you're welcome. Thanks for joining me.
Freaking stupid that I died, which I used to never do. But that was the thing; it was a crawler, and I lost sight of it.
Yeah, the crawlers will do that to
think-
ya.
And I think I even totally forgot to enter in the fact that there was a spirit box response that we got too, and I never entered that in. I don't think.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
But I was like, yeah, I think it's a phantom because the blink was very erratic.
Nice.
But I wish you could I wish that you were able to set up a particular ghost, so then that way I would like literally start trying to learn the ones that I don't know, and that way
Oh.
I could freaking figure those out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Obviously, because like I'm always kind of looking at the blinks of it, but like the phantom, the blink, like it has a very erratic blink. It's really hard to see it.
Right.
The Oni is the exact opposite. It has a very fast blink, so you can see it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. I'm out of here for today.
All right, NASCAR. Thank you so much.
Be good.
All right, I'll try. All right. That was a good run right there. That was pretty good. That. Okay. All right, so I am actually going to take a quick break. Well, not quick. I'm actually going to take an hour break. Let me get back to here. so I'm gonna take a break. I've been playing for almost close to about 4 hours now and stuff. Well, actually 3 hours, because I took an hour there of just talking and everything. Which actually was a really good talk. It was very nice. But I do have some stuff that I have to do. I have some laundry, some dishes and everything, so I have to finish those up. And I really should get something to eat as well. I didn't realize how late it was getting. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for that. And then I'll probably get back on later on tonight. Definitely keep an eye on my socials. I'll definitely let you guys know when that will be. Because I do want to get back into Stray, and then also finish up the Detroit Becomes Human. I'm really, really enjoying that game on PC. So we'll be able to do all of that and such. So I just want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate this. Everyone have an awesome sauce day. And if something does come up where I can't get on and everything and stuff, everyone have a happy Easter tomorrow. Be safe, and definitely I will catch you guys in the next one. There should be a new updated video on YouTube, so head on over there and take a gander at that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and please leave me a comment and let me know how you guys are liking this, disliking it. You want to see anything changed or anything like that, definitely let me know. Also, too, if you guys can find it in your heart to help me out with the fundraiser for my mom, we're trying to help her out with her cancer bills and such. That would be very appreciative. The link is in the description. So, thank you guys so much. Everyone, have an awesome sauce day.